is our third and final form of lines that we're going to actually graph. So slope-intercept form we could graph right away. Standard form that we just did, we had to turn into slope-intercept form before we could graph it. Point-slope form, graphed. Okay, the only thing you have to be aware of is like all the different pieces. So this number here, this M value, and this number here, those are the three things that we need to graph our line, okay? Now, notice how this X value has a minus sign in front of it. What that means is opposite. So this equation, this says minus 5. We're going to actually say that it represents the number positive 5. If it's negative 4 when we write it in the ordered pair. Okay, and it's the same thing with the Y. So you might want to put so I just wrote OPP for opposite. Okay, so whatever the numbers are, you're going to make them their opposite, and that's going to become your pair. And it's going to be the point that we plot first. It's going to be the point on the line, and we are going to graph. You know, on slope-intercept form, we always plotted it on the y-axis because it was the y-intercept. Well, it's on the graph. It's not necessarily going to be on our y-axis. We're just going to plot the ordered pair first, and then we're going to use slope to do either the upright or downright like we've been doing. Okay? All right, so look. See how simple this is. The equation. And all I would have to do is identify the two things that I need. So first, when I identify the word minus 3, so they wrote positive 3, because we make it its opposite. And then the y value over here said negative 4, but we turned it into positive. So first, you'll write the ordered pair on your paper, 3, 4. And then the 1/3 is your slope. So obviously we need that. And then we have everything we need. So what we would do is we would plot the point 3, 4. So now, remember, up or down first, then left or right, because we've been doing slope. Ordered pairs, how do you plot those?
Up 3, right 4.
Say that again. You do the x-axis first, because this is x comma, and then you go up 4. So this point right here is 3, 4. It's, you guys have been doing slope for the past couple days, left or right, but ordered pairs, you go this way first, then this way.
That explains why I always got those wrong.
Yeah. And then using 1, right 3, they couldn't do it again. So then I would ask you guys to go down 1, left 3, down 1, left 3, down 1. And then their line actually was correct this time. So we're going to do a couple. We're going to do several where it's not already there. Okay, so go ahead and take a look at the one at the bottom.
Talking about number 8.
Yep.
Okay.
First thing, we're going to write our ordered pair. So I see a negative 6 here, which means I'm going to put 6. And then I see we're going to make it positive 2. This is what you plot first. That order. The only other thing I want you to do is write down your slope. So this number right here The one in front of the parentheses, that is your slope. Negative 3 halves, negative 3 over 2.
Would it still be negative?
Yes. It's still gonna
Okay, so when we have negative slope, we go down and we go right.
So, positive 6.
Okay, so positive 6, 2. You start at the origin, you go to the 6 on the x, and then
And then
And then you
1, 2,
have to
3, 1, 2.
you're going to go down 3, right 2, starting from here. So down 3, right 2, you can only do it once.
Yep. And then you can do it 2 times.
So then I'll go back to my starting point and then you can do it one more time and you end up all the way up there at the very top of the graph.
I can put that.
Yeah, same. I wasn't paying attention last night. You explained.
All pretty simple. The only difference is your starting point just is somewhere random on the graph. It's not on the y-axis. And you guys have been used to our starting point always being on the y-axis. Well, now it's just going to be some random ordered pair. But then after you plot that, everything else is the same. You just use the slope.
This would be right.
Slope
Right,
of
right
8
top.
is 6, 2.
Melissa.
All they're asking us to do on these three is identify slope and then the ordered pair. So your slope is always the number in front. Here's my slope, here's my slope, here's my slope. So I'm going to highlight those in green. Okay. So the slope of number 1 is 1/2.
Yeah, so if there's a normal
Hang
three
on.
that-
Wait. The slope of number 2 is what? 5. And that's real small. 2/5. 2/5. Okay. So we just identify slope first. And then over here, we're going to identify our ordered pair. So I'm going to do all this in blue. And when we write our ordered pair, we have to make sure, first of all, look, this is y, this is x worse than y. And you got to change your sign. So instead of positive 3, negative 3, and instead of negative 4, positive 4. Change this one, and make sure you put this one first because it's paired with the x, which means it is x. So number 2 would be what, comma, what?
4,
4, negative 9. So the negative 4 becomes positive 4. And then the last one,
negative 6, negative 2.
negative 6, negative 2. Down at the bottom and cheat, because the bottom has all the answers.
Oh, I have my hand covering the bottom without even
That's
realizing.
good.
Negative 6, negative 2, 4.
Next week, so I don't get to really run my stuff off ahead of time. Next week, I will make sure that that doesn't happen, that the answers won't be there, because I don't like them to be there anyway, because I like to do everything with you guys, but for now, it is what it is. All right, flip it over. They just threw these notes back on here. We talked about this yesterday. When you have x equal, which, you know, we've already talked about that. And when y is just a number, you end up with a horizontal line. So that's just so you've got these bottom two graphs. I would like you to try those real quick without me. And then we'll compare them, and then that's where we're going to finish.
I have to go back with this thing.
You can't remember?
No.
Is it a Jerry video? Is it the last Jerry video?
So, for the first one, let's just my ordered pair for this one. -3 and -2. That is 1/2. Okay? I'll plot that one in a minute. This one over here, what is my ordered pair for the second one?
Slope is again 1/2.
And the slope is again 1/2. Okay, so then, since they're both positive, so up and right on both of those, we just will have a different starting point for each one. So for this one, -3, -3, so that's on the X. So you go left 3 and then down 2. That's your starting point. And then from there, start there and count up 1, right 2, as many times as you can, which it's going to be quite a bit. Get 5 points going that direction. And then we can switch directions, go back to your starting point, and go down 1, left 2. Remember, I said this 2 days ago or yesterday. The more accurate your line is. So don't be lazy. You just fit as many points as you can on there, because that's way more accurate than somebody who would have just plotted first 2 points. I don't accept that.
Oh, come on.
No. Then this one, the starting point is at 4, -1. X-axis, and then down 1. That's your starting point. And then, just like the others, we're going to go up 1, right 2. And you can only do that twice. So you want to make sure you go back to your starting point and go down 1, left, down, left, down, left, down, left. You can fit lots of points. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. There's a total of 9. Okay, now listen. I know I said it yesterday, but I'm going to say it again. This is the end of the quiz 1 material. So we will be doing a review on Monday night. You can make a page of notes. And when I say a page of notes, you're only allowed to use one side of a sheet of paper. Any notes that you think will help you on your quiz, but I can guarantee on your quiz, you're going to have some equations that are in slope-intercept slope. There will be a combination, okay? But the quiz review that we do on Monday will look just like the quiz you take Tuesday. Making a page of notes until we have worked out the review together. Okay? All right, so that's the end. All yours to keep. So everything we did today, everyone sitting in here, you guys will all get credit for it, but they are yours to keep for notes.